What it do? Welcome to the Patreon. I'm so excited for everyone. You guys are coming from my YouTube channel and just finished watching the Nine of Swords video Upright. We get to dive deeper in the Nine of Swords reverse. So let's get started. Traditional meaning of the Nine of Swords reverse: calmness, control, restfulness, releasing of worry and hope, reaching out. Some symbols. The symbols I will keep the same because they are just the same as the Nine of Swords upright, which are signs of Gemini, second deacon, swords, air, blanket, roses, squares, light, trees, mirror, reflection, frame, Mars, eyes, face, and ears, 1 foot in and 1 foot out. So these are the same symbols. And something I realized in my last video, on the one that's on YouTube, I did not mention the Mars aspect. We're going to dive deeper into that in this video as well. So my interpretation of what the Nine of Swords reverse means is managing self-control, managing self-thoughts, reflection, sparks of action, calming energy, letting go of concerns or worries, origination of thoughts and ideas, making goals, making a list of those goals, asking for help and support, looking at self afflicted emotional or mental wounds, peeling the band aid off. Some questions regarding with the Nine of Swords that came up for me while I was like looking at the card and like squinting and trying to see a different perspective. So this is the Nine of Swords reversed. So you guys can take a look at it, and I'm just gonna just sit here and put it to the side and switch it up for you guys so you guys can take a look of it in a different angle like I did. What gives you a sense of calmness? How can you gain control of your thoughts? And what creative ways can you create lists that will ignite some clarity? What areas of your life do you get to reflect on? What is it that you need to face and verbally address? Some themes for the Nine of Swords reverse is letting the sun in, fresh air, drying away the tears, taking your hands off your face, deep breath, some ideas for creativity for dancing, rotating your hips left and right in a controlled way or controlled movement, stretching out your arms and raising up your head so you're just not in this fetal position and feeling like defeat, allowing yourself to just come up and get some clarity. Feelings or the sensations that you will feel around this card is a cool, soft breeze, mental clarity, feeling relaxed within the throat. Because I noticed that with a lot of mental, scattered energy and racing thoughts, we have a hard time communicating, which is also the symbol of air. We use our breath and our voice to communicate what's on our mind and hearts through the vibrations within our throat. So, unblocking the throat chakra, creating clear communication, not only clear in mind, but clear in speech. Sounds related to this. Ooh, I just thought about it too, because I wrote something else down, but chimes. Clarity and clearness of chimes, starting something like getting an idea or a spark of ideas or the cool breeze. And you can sort of hear the chimes in the background. Now thinking about it. Rustle of leaves, birds chirping, the sound of like running soft water, like a fountain. Certain ideas with taste. When it comes to the reverse of swords that came to mind for me was tea, something that's not too loud or too bland, but something that's relaxing and calming. Also, coffee can actually spark ideas, but also gives you this soft bitterness and smooth taste. Watermelon, refreshers, things that will give you like type of feel. Some advice: discovering ways to calm down your nervous system by looking at what you refuse to face, writing down and making lists, as well as making time to clear out your environment and clutter. Because I think that when it comes to with the Nine of Swords upright, um, What is also not depicted is the clutter. Not only the mental clutter and the mental stress and anxiety and nightmares, but just understanding like, dang, I need to clear up my home. I need to clear up my space. I need to bring in fresh air, something new, something that can clear out the mental and emotional and environmental fog. Being able to reach out to someone that you can trust to really help you organize your thoughts, either a therapist or a close friend, or just journaling or using your phone to record, can be a really great way to get some of those racing thoughts down. So you could come back later when you're actually are in a calmer state to really evaluate like what can work and what doesn't work. Also, allowing yourself not to have shame about what's going on in your head would allow you to create a little bit more control within your life, within your thought process, and how do you want to approach things. Oh, almost forgot. So the ninth house, um, when it comes to discussing the degrees, still represents form of travel, seeking wisdom, quest for knowledge, and Gemini highlight communications, social interactions, and learning and higher learning. And I think that with the reverse meaning of this is allowing yourself to travel within. Not only just travel without and trying to find ways to learn who you are within, learn how your mind works, learn how to create a better relationship with your mental state, as well as seeking truth within instead of without. In addition to this, when it comes to the Mars influence, the strong desire for adventure, but also intellectual learning, try to use this in action within yourself, within your home. How can you create like a little quest or adventure within inside your home? How can you create adventure and intellectual quests within your projects? Allowing yourself to either do research about a specific topic that you've been stuck on or ruminating on, or looking at different cultures to apply within your artwork, but also being respectful of those cultures or respectful of the root of the art form itself. Allow yourself to ask yourself philosophical questions, reflective questions, things to learn how to lay down those swords so you don't overwhelm yourself so much. And that is all, guys. Please enjoy. I hope you guys enjoyed the drawing that went along with this. I enjoyed it. I am loving this process and I can't wait to get you guys more content of this nature. Then our Patreon, you will see and expect a little bit more drawing and artwork for the tarot deck that I'm creating. So while going through this project. So I'm killing like 2 to 3 birds with one stone. Also expect more brushes in addition to this as well, because while I'm working on this project, it's also allowing me to have abundance of ideas and brushes for you guys to use. So I can't wait for you to have access to that as well. So thank you all for joining my Patreon, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Bye.